There is a strange kind of frustration that happens when you finally get the rest you've been telling yourself you need. You sleep in, you sit down, you cancel the extra outing, you give yourself permission to do nothing. And then somehow you still feel tired, maybe even more tired. And when that happens, it's easy to think, what is wrong with me? But before you turn that question against yourself, try this one instead. What if you're not bad at resting? What if the rest you chose simply didn't match the kind of tired you were carrying? What if you don't need more rest? What if you need the right kind of recovery? If you feel tired after resting, the first thing to understand is this. Rest and recovery are not always the same thing. Rest can mean stopping. Recovery means something inside you actually starts to feel restored. There is a difference. You can stop working but keep mentally rehearsing everything you still have to do. You can lie on the couch but keep scrolling through noise, opinions, messages, and other people's lives. You can take a day off but spend the whole day feeling guilty for not being productive. Technically, you rested, but your system may never have felt safe enough to recover. Before we go further, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If your tiredness is severe, sudden, persistent, or connected to symptoms like pain, shortness of breath, depression, sleep problems, or anything that worries you, please speak with a qualified medical or mental health professional. Fatigue can have real physical and emotional causes that deserve proper care. In this video, we're going to talk about a very common experience, feeling exhausted even after you have technically rested, and how to begin understanding what kind of recovery you may actually need. A helpful question is not just, did I rest? A better question is, what kind of tired am I? Not all tiredness is the same. Sometimes your body is tired because you've been pushing too hard, sleeping too little, or carrying too much physical tension. Sometimes your mind is tired because it has been solving, planning, worrying, deciding, remembering, and anticipating all day long. Sometimes your emotions are tired because you've been holding yourself together for everyone else. And sometimes your nervous system is tired because the world has felt too loud, too fast, too demanding, or too unpredictable for too long. This is why a nap, a weekend, or an evening on the couch doesn't always fix it. Those things can help, but only if they answer the kind of exhaustion you are actually experiencing. If your body is tired, physical rest may help. But if your mind is overloaded, lying down while replaying every problem may not feel restorative. If you are emotionally drained, watching another show may distract you for a while, but it may not give you the space you need to process what you've been carrying. And if you're overstimulated, scrolling on your phone may feel like a break, but it can also keep your brain taking in more and more information when what you really need is less input. So instead of asking, why am I still tired? Try asking, what part of me is tired? This small shift matters. It moves you away from blaming yourself and toward listening to yourself. Maybe your body is asking for sleep, movement, stretching, hydration, or a slower pace. Maybe your mind is asking for fewer decisions, fewer open tabs, a written list, or permission to stop solving everything tonight. Maybe your emotions are asking for honesty, quiet, a conversation, a cry, or a break from pretending you're fine. Maybe your senses are asking for dimmer light, less noise, less scrolling, fewer notifications, and a little more stillness. One reason people stay tired after resting is that their rest is filled with hidden work. You may not be at your desk, but you're still checking messages. You aren't actively working, but you're thinking through tomorrow's problems. You aren't physically moving, but you're emotionally bracing. You may be sitting still, but inside, you are preparing for everything at once. That kind of rest can look peaceful from the outside, but still feel exhausting on the inside. Your body may be still, while your mind is still sprinting. Another reason rest may not feel restorative is guilt. This is especially common for people who are ambitious, responsible, caregiving, self-critical, or used to being the person who holds everything together. You finally stop, but instead of feeling relief, you feel behind. You think about what you should be doing. You wonder if you have earned the break. You compare your pace to someone else's. And suddenly, rest becomes another place where you're being evaluated. Recovery cannot fully happen when rest feels like failure. Your system needs more than time off. It needs permission to stop without having to justify it. Here's a simple reset you can try the next time you feel tired after resting. Pause and ask yourself, am I physically tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired, socially tired, or overstimulated? You don't have to answer perfectly. Just notice what feels most true. Then choose one small action that matches that kind of tired. If you're physically tired, maybe you need real sleep, a slower evening, or gentle stretching instead of forcing another task. If you're mentally tired, write down what you keep replaying so your brain doesn't have to hold it all. If you're emotionally tired, give yourself a few honest minutes without fixing anything. If you're socially tired, take a quiet break from responding. If you're overstimulated, lower the noise, put the phone away, and let your surroundings become simpler. The goal is not to create another complicated routine. The goal is to stop treating every kind of exhaustion with the same kind of rest. Sometimes the answer is not more sleep. Sometimes it's less input. Sometimes it isn't another productivity system. It's fewer decisions. Sometimes it's not pushing through. It is admitting that something has been heavy. And sometimes the most restorative thing you can do is create enough quiet to finally hear what your body and mind have been trying to tell you. There is also a difference between numbing and recovering. There is no shame in wanting to numb out sometimes. We all reach for easy distractions when we're tired. A show, a phone, a snack, a scroll, a little background noise. These things are human, but it helps to notice whether they leave you feeling restored or just temporarily removed from yourself. Real recovery usually brings you a little closer to yourself. Numbing usually helps you escape for a while, but may leave the same exhaustion waiting when the distraction ends. So if you're tired after resting, try not to make that mean you're lazy, broken, or impossible to help. It may mean your exhaustion is more specific than you realized. It may mean you've been giving your body rest while your mind is still carrying the load. It may mean you have been giving yourself distraction when what you really need is quiet. It may mean you have been stopping physically but still pushing emotionally. Once you can name the kind of tired you are carrying, you can begin choosing recovery that actually fits. A more resilient life is not a life where you never get tired. It's a life where you learn how to notice your limits before you completely empty yourself. It's learning to ask better questions, not just, how do I keep going? But, what do I need in order to come back to myself? So the next time you rest and still feel tired, pause before judging yourself. Ask what kind of tired you are. Then choose one small form of recovery that matches. Not everything has to be fixed tonight. Sometimes the first step is simply learning how to listen. If this helped you understand your exhaustion a little differently, you're welcome to subscribe and follow along with the Resilience Project for more calm, practical ways to build a more resilient life.